Mm. Okay, so hope there won't be any question, or if there is any question from the last class where we covered nested functions, we covered the map, filter, and lambda. Okay, so any questions in that, or if any of that logic you will not able to you are not able to understand? Okay. So one thing we saw that how we can use a lambda inside the map function, right? But I'll tell you the way that if we build a custom function, and that custom function how we can use. So suppose there is a function def, and the name of this function is a square, which is accepting one argument x. And what this function is returning? It is returning a square of the x. Okay. Now, suppose we have this list 10, 20, 30, and 40. And simply I want to make the square of this list. So one is we can use it through the lambda. So how we can use it through the lambda? K is equals to, I will use the map syntax, map lambda, and one argument I have to take, and then I'll make the square, and then I will pass this list. And one closure for the map function, another closure. So this is one. This is the one way. Second way is like, is there any way that I can utilize this function? How can do? So that can be also possible. So let's suppose q equal to, I will use list, I will use map, and the name of this function. What is the name of this function? Square. Square. S-Q-A-R-E, square, comma, and the your retrieval list name, closer for the map, closer for the list. That's it. So that's how you can use the custom functions as well. Whatever the custom functions are written, those functions you can use and it can be done. Now, I'll just give you a very simple question. Suppose uh, I have this list and I need to perform a square and multiplication. Okay, on this using map function. Can you guys do that? And you have to write in a one liner, in one line, not the once we have done it a square and then so you have to write in one liner, and let me know how you can do that. You got that right? You have to perform the square and the multiplication for the each, and you have to generate a list. Please do that. Take 2 minutes, and else I will explain. Take 2 minutes. It's simple. You have to just a little bit think in this way. See this. Suppose you have created a function which can do this is the square function, and let's suppose you have this another function multiplication. So I'm writing mul, okay, and this is returning x like multiplication as in with some value x into 2. Now just take a list, any name you can give. Like I'm giving the name is list of functions, and in that I'm giving the name of that square, and the mul is the multiplication. So it's simple how you can do. See this. This is your list. Okay. On this list you have to do. So simply what you can do, I will use list. See it very carefully. And I'll write it little bit sparse so that I understand. And then I will use lambda lambda. Okay. And I will use here x. Now see. Now I will use a list here. And what I will do, see this. Func func of x for x in this list of functions. Okay. So what is it? This is a list comprehension I'm using for x in list of function, and of every x I'm applying this function. So sorry, this is here. For func here will be f and func in list of functions. List of functions. So I'm iterating on this list one by one. So first will be the square. On a square, I'm putting this x. That's it. And then I will pass the our original list as an iterable here. One is closed for the map, another is closed for the list. That's it. And it will be easily done. And I'll show you. Delete this all. Okay. Started we have done this now. Suppose we have this. Okay. Now let me create a function square which is taking one argument x and returning x square. Okay. Now def multiply is also taking x and returning x multiplied by 2. That's it. Now what I will do, a equals to, I will use list map, then lambda x. Now here again a list. So func of x for if you and say func in list of function. Now what is list of function? List of function we have to define. In this list of function, I will write sqr square function and multiply function. That's it. And then once we have written this here, we have to pass the list. That's it. And then print k. Let's run. Square is sq. Square is not defined. Is taking it as a count of see that. So this is list of functions, and here I have applied this list. So this is x. First it has taken func, and this function has applied. So the first time it has taken this square and making the x up a square. So 10 square is 100, and then the second time it has taken the 20, and 20 into 2 is 40. So this, okay. Yes. And then after, if you will see, it has taken this 400. 400 is this one. 20 square 400 and then 20 multiplied by 2, 40. Then it has taken 30. 30 square is 900 and 30 multiplied by 2, 60. So this is the way it is doing it with the every operations. So you can think in this manner, and this is the how we can perform. Now, I'll just ask you one question, and meanwhile, you have to answer it. So, write a function. So, when I'm saying function, traditional function, right now I'm asking for this question. Write a function which accepts a list of numbers and return the return the multiplication of that number. For example, if a list is 1, 2, 3, so the output is 3 2s are 6, 1 is 6. So just write a function and should return this. So I'm just pausing the recording. So for that I have to stop sharing. So please see this. Do not ask it again, because once I'll stop sharing, this might will not able to see this. So you have to write a function which accepts a list of numbers, a list in which the numbers are there, list of numbers, and return the multiplication of that number, complete multiplication of that. So 3 2 is 6. Let's suppose here 2 is there. 3 2 is 6 2 is 12. So the output should be 12. Okay. So you have to write a function for that. Okay. So no one is able to do that. It's very simple. I see. If you have a list 2, 2, and 3, what I want, the output should be 2 to the 4, 3 is 2. And multiply each element. So I will write a function def, and then just I'm giving a name temp, which will accept one argument. Let's suppose, let me make it much clear. So k, which is a type of list, and it will return the output integer. So this is the way you write. Now, what I will do, I'll create one variable here is equals to 0, and then what I will do, for I in k, I will iterate through this list one by one, and s multiply equal to what I will do, I. That should be actually not 0, otherwise multiplication of 0 with anything, it will make it 0. So I'll make it 1. Okay. Now you have to, so sometimes and then you'll have to return this value s. So what it is doing, you have to just only focus on this. This is the declaration and this is the return type. This is the main thing. I'm declaring one variable s is equals to 1. So understand the entire thing. You have this list 2, 2, and 3. So when I'm doing for I, so this is the first time the value of I, 2. And here s is equal to 1. So what I'm doing, this is the I equal to 2. I'm doing s is equals to s into I. So which is exactly s is the, what is the value of s? 1 into I. I is what? 2. So what is the updated value for the s here? 2. Now second time the value of I is again 2, because this is I, now I value is this one. This is over. I equals to, now again this operation is there. S is equals to S into I. Now can anyone tell me what is the value of S here? Which is 2. multiply by the value of I is 2. So now the updated value of S is 4. Now this is the I value. So I equal to 3. Again, S equals to S into I. And the value of S is now 4 into what is the value of I? 3. Is that 12? That's it. And then loop will get over because it has ran for the entire at that assembly. Now,
Wait, why
yes,
have you used a K colon list? What does that do?
this means you are specifically defining the type so that so whenever you will write a code in a standard way in projects, you must have to clarify that. Because see, when you declare a function, so usually it is 3 lines of code, so you can able to understand this k is definitely iterable. But suppose if you are creating a function and which has total 200 lines, and there is an in the function there is an some variable q. Now you would not understand what exactly the type of queue is, what type of data type, what data type exactly this queue is. So that's why we explicitly define the data type of that. And what does this mean? This means that this function will return the value of this data type. You can see here this s will be definitely an integer always because the multiply of that. So this is the information we provide. This is the standard way to write. I'll show you the code. This is over. Let me show it the same way how we can do that. It's very easy. We'll have to define. So whenever you will see, you will able to understand. Suppose def temp, and here I'm writing k. So k I will do like this, like list means the data type k is a list type, and then I'll do it like this, and I will say int means whatever the return of this function, that will be the integer, and then I will define s equals to 0. Now for I in k, it means this is a list and I'm iterating over the list. So else multiplied equal to I, that's it, and then return this is okay. And now let us call this value m equals to temp of L. L is our list, which we have defined it on top. And then here print the M and see the, oh, sorry, I have defined S equals to 0. See, 10 multiplied by 20 multiplied by 30 multiplied by 40. So so this is the way you define the data type. So this is the standard way to declare a function. Is that clear? And this line means exactly S equal to S into I. This one you can write like this, S equal to S into I. So the both is correct. Okay, if you write, this is the very shorter way, and write it like this as well. The output will be same. Hope it is clear. Okay, now let's jump to here. But this can be done in a one line, and I'll show you how. See this. There is an one last function which we haven't read is reduce. What reduce exactly do? See, reduce is not directly available in a Python. For that, you have to import something. So what is importing and all? That is a module that I will cover just after this file handling and exception handling, that what is module. But as of now, just understand you have to write it like this. From func tools import reduce. Okay, so this is the standard line you have to write. You just understand this is one library, in that this is one function reduce. Okay, what exactly these all, what we will understand in a very depth in a module concept, and which is very very important. So what is the syntax for the reduce function? You have to write reduce and any function here, either the lambda or the custom defined function, and your iterable here. If you remember, when I was writing the map and the filter, I was writing a syntax like this: list, map, and here your function, and then iterable. And in the filter as well, everything is same, here only the filter. But this is also same, but we will not use the list outside here. The reason behind that, here whatever the output you will get, that will be also a multiple values will be there. In a filter also there will be multiple value, but in reduce you will always get one value always. That's why there is no list. Like if this is the list here, the same question, 2 2 3. So what simply you have to do, you have to write it like this: reduce lambda x multiplied by, sorry, sorry, here it will take x comma y, and x multiplied by y, and then here your iterable. So it will do that. Let me show you, and then I'll explain how exactly it will work. So just simply what I will do is, first I'll have to declare from functors import reduce, then k equals to, I need to use reduce, and then lambda x comma y, and then I'll do x multiply by y, and then I'll pass this list. That's it, and then print the a. Run this. See this. So if I will just take 2 to 3, smaller one. See. So how exactly it works? See this. So what it does, this is your list, okay, of the value 2 2 3. So internally how it works, the first value of that will become the x, and the second value will become the y. Now what I'm doing operation in that, x into y. So x into y will become 4. Now this one will become x and this one will become y. Then multiplication of x into y. So 4 into 3 is 12. That's how it works. Okay. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now the most critical one and most frequently asked question. I mean, one of the frequently asked question we are going to now cover is decorators. Okay, which is very, very important. And we must know about the decorators. Okay, so let me give you a scenario. DEF function name I'm creating wish, and here it will take one argument name, and it is returning, let's suppose f of, this is the f string I'm using formatting, hello name, good morning. Okay, now if I will call this function wish with my name Ved, so it will definitely print here hello on the place of name, whatever value we are passing with hello with good morning. If I call this name with Vikash, so it will also print hello Vikash, good morning. But what is my question here? I want that this function should work in that manner that if I will pass my name Ved, it should print hello Ved, good morning. But apart from the name Ved, if any other name will come, it should print hello, that specific name, bad morning. How can you do that? Can anyone do that? Yes, this is, I think, very simple. Anyone, can you try the question, this function to write that a function should wish good morning if the pass any specific name, suppose in this example way. But apart from this name, if any other name would pass with this name, it should print or return hello, that specific name. Let's suppose Vikas, bad. How can we do that? Guys, anyone is trying or not?
Yeah, we're trying.
Okay. So it is simple. I don't know why you guys confused in that. So DEF wish name. Okay. And I'll just write if name equal to wait. Okay. Return f string hello
I
name.
just pinged check it's correct.
Okay, let me check. Hmm, that is correct. So yeah, that's correct. So you can use it if name if hello name sorry, I just wrote hello name good morning, and else in this condition return if hello name bad morning. That's it. So here if you'll call this function wish with the name Ved, so it will check what is the value of name Ved. So this condition is true, it will come inside, it will print. It will not go to the else. But if we'll go with another like Vikash or anything, any name apart from the Ved, if condition will fail, it is not Ved. It will go to here and it will print hello, whatever the name you had passed, that name bad. Simple, it is that. But my main aim was not to use this. Now here, suppose a scenario will get changed. Because if you remember when I asked a question, I said there is a function like this. A function is like this. Function is def wish name, and this function is returning f string hello name good. I said it if apart from the name Ved, it should print bad morning. But now another condition I'm doing, you are not suppose to make any changes in this function. Means you are not supposed to make any modification in this function, but when I should call this function wish with other name, this function should return bad bounding. Is that possible? Yes, it is possible by using the concept of decorators. Okay, so I'll tell you a real-time scenario. Let's suppose you joined a company in which some project was there and someone has written a function. Now someone has asked this, you understood this function is running that, and that function is already in production. So you cannot you cannot make any changes in that. So you will create another function and you will connect function with this function without doing any modification in the main function. You cannot always change the main function when it is live. So I will create another function and I will connect it with the main function. Once I will connect it with the main function, now with the other parameters which it will get passed here in the main function, it automatically this function, your decorator function will get executed or triggered. So there will be no blockage, nothing will be there in your live situation. So for that scenario, we need decorators. So tomorrow I'll cover the concept of decorators. Okay, that how we can do. And after this decorator, the concept of functions will get over. Understand? So tomorrow, make sure we'll do the decorators and we'll do some practice questions. Okay, and then we'll start the file handling as well, if the time's allowed. Okay. So if that fine, so I'm closing the session. Okay. Cool. Good night, everyone.